Thank you for joining Home of Politics, ladies and gentlemen. If you are here for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, comment, share my analysis. Also turn on the notification button so that you receive the content of the same nature. Ladies and gentlemen, of late in ODM party, there have been a series of events whereby each leader have been fighting for succession of Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga after he announced going for the AUC chairmanship. And this has brought a lot of ideas in different minds of Kenyans because we have realized we have some of the leaders who want leadership in ODM. Some of them want to preserve the well-being of ODM, while some of them are just selfish who wants to chest thump about ODM and maybe they cannot manage to rule ODM. But immediately after this happened, the national chairman of ODM party, this is Honorable John Mbadi, decided to call a press statement and he seriously sounded a warning, whereby at the same time clarifying the steps and the final decision of ODM about leadership when Raila Amolo Odinga will be away in the AU if he will succeed to win that seat.
His two deputies, alongside other officials, would be equal to the task of steering the party. Since then, a number of people have expressed interest in going for various leadership positions, and a robust debate has ensued on how best to ensure that the top leadership of this party is broad and inclusive enough to take care of the very diverse party membership and interest base. As the national chairman of the party and in consultation with the party leader, we are proud of the massive interest shown in the future of the party and the debate on inclusion. It is the clearest indication that the party has relevance in the country and a future. I, however, wish to appeal to our people, those who want to lead and those who simply want the party to remain strong, to exercise caution, restraint, and moderation. A few processes will have to kick in line with the party constitution, before the party can declare election date. Let us hold our horses and wait for guidance. I call on fellow leaders and those aspiring to lead to ensure their actions and utterances unite but not divide our party. We have a duty to ensure our actions and utterances reassure the party support base instead of causing more uncertainty and panic. I fear that the actions and utterances of the last few days are not in the best interest of the party and of those of the party leader, who is keen on an orderly, inclusive, and impactful agenda for the party. In the meantime, I would want to call upon the two deputy party leaders, Ali Hassan Joe and Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya, both tested and tried leaders in their own right, to provide leadership at this critical moment as we await guidance on the next steps. I also call on all party officials at all levels to join the two deputies and provide non-partisan guidance to members and would-be.
The press statement that this ODM chairman just delivered is not something to be taken lightly. This is because he sounded a tough warning to warn these leaders who are being seen here and there in the public, who are announcing themselves as the rightful owners of ODM without the endorsement of Raila Amolo Odinga. And these leaders include Babu Owino and others who are feeling like they own ODM by force and they demand their shares. And so, clarifying that, he is calling upon Wycliffe Oparanya and Ali Hassan Joho to take the leadership of ODM party. Meanwhile, this seems to be very serious because it means that ODM leadership plus the final conclusion of Raila Amolo Odinga, even if he has been away from Kenya, that one is the final decision. And so from today henceforth, we do not expect to see any leader chest stamping himself about ODM leadership. This is because in the last few days, And in the last few weeks, just as this Honorable John Buddy just said, that they are not pleased with what is happening within ODM and its leaders. And this is not for granted, because for the past 2 days, we have just realized that a leader like Babu Owino and others have decided to form a new alliance, which is neither in opposition, it is neither in the government, and it is comprising of leaders from various political parties. This alliance is called the ground team, which it is being said to be listening to the voice of the mwananchi kwa ground. We do not know what is the basis or what is the aim of this alliance that has been formed, but it seems it is a new opposition that is coming up to seek relevance, although even if it will be representing a mwananchi in the ground, but we do not know under which directives have they gotten the permission to do so. And so this directive was just to warn some of the leaders like Babu Owino, who are thinking very fast to form new coalitions, new parties and new wings that can make ODM to be weak.
This is the team that is going to give direction in this country, because we have seen there's a little bit of laxity in opposition, and therefore this team will take its rightful place to ensure that the interests of Kenyans, very objectively, are fought for. Not limited to holding rallies to discuss the plight and the issues affecting Kenyans, not limited to calling for maandamanos, regional maandamanos in every county, in every constituency, in every ward. And these maandamanos will better be imagined than experienced.
Lakini this is the ground team. Kwa hivyo tumesema ground team lazima tuongee maneno ambayo iko ground. Kwa hivyo ukituona hapa tukiwa pamoja, we are youthful, independent thinkers, we are the voices of the common wananchi.
When we heard about the team ground, which was being steered by Babu Owino and Gavana wa Mchomba, then we knew something crazy was about to happen. Because in a statement, Babu Owino said team ground was formed because of some few reasons. The first reason was wananchi were not represented well, both in the government and in the opposition. And so it was their mandate to take the way forward, at least to form a group or a team that will be championing for the citizen in the ground. The second thing he said, the opposition of late, it have been very reluctant and they have not been responding to the issues that are affecting Kenyans. And so, according to Babu Owino, he saw it better to form team ground with other leaders so that it can articulate the needs of the Kenyans on behalf of Azimio, on behalf of UDA, on behalf of any party. And according to how the chairman of ODM just pronounced a serious warning, it seems like the team ground being led by Wamchomba and Babu Owino is one of the teams that is going to undermine the functioning of ODM as the major opposition party in Kenya. And this is not going to be easy with Babu Owino. In the first thing, Babu Owino is being seen by ODM leaders as someone who is chest stamping himself and whatever he wants is going for it. This is because immediately after campaigning for himself in public speeches that he is taking the succession of ODM with no support from other leaders from ODM party, then he decided to form team ground. And whenever you decide to form something, it seems like he wants to sabotage the existence of ODM so that he can take the glory together with other leaders. This is not good in the face of ODM. If Babu Owino is very smart, he should desist from this politics of going against ODM and Raila Amolo Odinga. Because if he says opposition has been very reluctant, it has not been doing its work well of late because it has concentrated in the AU campaign and that seat for Raila Odinga. Then this means that ODM is sleeping on its job and Babu Owino is the only person who is working, and that one is not good. The good thing that these leaders should do, they should align their agendas together with that one of ODM or the opposition. They should do everything under the directives of Raila Amolo Odinga. And it seems Raila Odinga has not been very happy with Babu Owino because of forming Team Ground. This is because he knows at the end of it all, things are going to part ways. It is not something that is new. The other day we saw Martha Karua, Jeremiah Kioni, people like Peter Munya and other leaders from Mount Kenya decided to form another team. This team was called Kamwene Forum. And Kamwene Forum was something to do with a political rally or wing which was concentrating on a region. And of late, Martha Karua, Jeremiah Kioni, Peter Munya, and these leaders who have been in opposition from Mount Kenya started disappearing from the face of Azimio la Umoja politics, slowly by slowly, absenting themselves in meeting. Whenever thing has happened in Kenya, if ODM emphasized on that thing, leaders from Kamwene Forum have been missing on the front line to criticize or condemn some of the things. This is because they believe they have been strong in that small team that they formed, and they desist from concentrating with the ideas of Azimio la Umoja as a whole coalition. And so whenever this issue of forming some wings in politics are being seen like that one of Gathoni Wamchomba and Babu Owino, then it should be warned with a serious effect, because at the end of it all, it can lead to a split. It can lead to reputation of one's political career, because people might think you want to outsmart your master, yet it's not like that. And so for Babu Owino, he should exercise caution. He should be very careful, just as the ODM chair has warned, because ODM is greater than Babu Owino. ODM politics is more than anything else in this Kenya. And so they can decide to eliminate his relevance in ODM slowly by slowly. But what ODM party is trying to prevent, it is forming of small groups within opposition or within ODM, which is not a good picture. And because of that, they just want to protect formation of new wings like that one which Martha Karua formed, and right now Karua is not again in the face of politics. I don't know what advice you can give to these leaders like Babu Owino now that ODM have pronounced that Ali Hassan Joho and Wycliffe Oparanya will be the official leaders who will take over ODM when Raila Odinga is away. Let him take things slow, because he needs to explore more in politics. Otherwise, he's being seen as a person who has personal interest, who is just thumping on ODM, and who has an intention to kill ODM by forming a new wing in politics. Otherwise, that's just my opinion. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good day and a blessed Easter holiday.